Good morning, Forest Park. Today is April 17th, 2024. I'm Don Jones. I'm the city manager here in the city of Forest Park. Welcome to our show, Off the Cuff. We try and get some information about some of the things that are going on in the city and some of the things that are upcoming. So let's get started out. If you remember last week, over the last couple of weeks though, I've been talking about our Beautification Commission annual yard contest, and I promised you somebody here to talk a little bit about it. And today we have with us Megan from our building department. And she's here to talk about our annual beautification yard contest and all the things that are going on this year. So, Megan, tell us a little bit about what's going on with our yard contest.
Okay, so yes, we are doing something a tad bit different in our yard contest. We are asking residents to register for the yard contest. I've seen a lot of residents freak out about registering because it's different. And we understand, but this is just to ensure that your yards go out and to get judged, because that was our #1 complaint last year, that my house got missed.
Yep.
And we want to make sure we go to see every house, and to alleviate everything, we are judging the whole Forest Park residents. And so no need to freak out that your yard's not going to get judged or anything. We're judging the whole city. The application's just to ensure your house gets seen.
Yep, and I think that's important because a lot of folks, depending on, again, it's all volunteers, right? The Beautification Commission is a volunteer group. It's a group of citizens, and they get together and they spend a lot of time putting this together and going out and driving the entire city to make sure that they're looking at everybody's yards. And sometimes, again, some things can be missed. There could be a little bit of judgment there. And the good news is that a lot of folks take a lot of pride in their yards, a lot of pride in their homes, and they want to make sure that they get that sign, they get that beautification award every year because they've done it for several years. I know I've talked to people that have their flags in their garage all standing up. So this is a good thing, and make sure that people that really want to participate get an opportunity and we don't miss them.
Right.
And so tell us about some of the things that are, and that's new this year.
Yes,
And,
so that is new.
And it's not a, we don't think it's a big issue, but it really helps you if you really want to get in, that make sure you get judged.
Correct.
So, but we're still going to look at the rest of the community. And but tell us about the flags. The flags are a little different this year.
Yeah, so we reached out to our high school art program, and we had a couple students design flags for us this year. So we're gonna pick one winner, and this will be our beautification flag. Marigolds are gonna be the same flag, just probably a different color, but the same flag, but this will be our beautification flag. So we're gonna pick one, and we just wanna thank our high school art program for volunteering and designing these flags. They did an awesome job. So be sure to look out for one of these flags and see who our winner is.
Yes, again, these things are incredible. Up close, you can really see the detail. And these are all hand-drawn at the art department here in the city of Forest Park by Winton School District. And holy cow, these kids have done a great job. And these are just some beautiful flags. And you're going to want one of these. Even if if you want to make sure you get one of these, you're going to have to make sure your art looks good. And make sure you sign up to make sure we go by. But tell us a little about how long we've been doing this. We've been doing it for at least, 20 plus years here in the city?
Yeah, let's say close to 30.
Yeah, and it's amazing. It's the participation rate is incredible because you can tell people are getting their yards ready that weekend. So when is it going to be going on this year?
So this is another different thing. We usually go on a weekend and we judge, but we wanted to make sure we get every house and look at every house. So we're taking the whole week on June 17th to go out. So we're picking specific days to do specific sections of Forest Park. And the commissioners are going out with a few volunteer judges to look at said houses. So we'll be out through the whole week of June 17th. And that way we take our time, we look at the houses, and it's not being rushed. Because I feel like with the weekend, City of Forest Park is a really big city.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. And so we want to make sure we see the whole city, so we're doing the whole week.
I think it's best to take our time and give everybody the opportunity to get their property looked at. And it's really hard to cover the city in one weekend and really take a good hard look at it.
Right.
I think that's a great idea. And a lot of the feedback, again, I think I applaud you and the beautification committee for taking the feedback from last year and figuring out how we can improve things. And I think this is an improvement. They can still register, correct?
Correct.
That's going on through when?
It ends the end of May, so May 31st.
May 31st will be the last day you can register. But again, we're still going to send out everyone, take a week to look at everybody's yards and make sure that everybody gets, gets them for that whole week, and they get an opportunity to win one of these beautiful flags here. And we hope everyone gets one.
Yes.
Because the more flags we give out, the better the community looks. And get the word out, right? That's important.
Correct.
There's a lot of folks, we're trying to get it out that they got to register. But, they should probably, tell their friends, tell their neighbors, things like that.
Right.
Go to, your church people, wherever you're at, any of your organizations, make sure you kind of tell people, hey, and you live in Forest Park.
I do live in Forest Park.
And your yard will look great, I'm sure. And I live in Forest Park, and my yard will look great too, so at least I'm going to try. And do the best I can. And I've got a couple, so I want to make sure I get another one. I don't want to lose out. But it's a really great event. The yard beautification contest is, again, it's citizen-led, all volunteers.
Yes.
And we've got a great group of folks. And they help out with the Arbor Day thing coming up too. What about the Arbor Day? Tell us a little bit about Arbor Day. We're Tree City.
Yes.
And so we're going to be doing our Arbor Day celebration coming up as well.
Yeah, so our Arbor Day will be not this Friday, but next Friday at Veterans Park at 10 o'clock. We will be planting our tree. So if you guys want to come out, we'll have refreshments afterwards to serve.
Yeah.
And whoever wants to come. And we do this every year, and we've been part of Tree City Awards for 34 plus years.
Yeah, we're one of the longest standing members here regionally.
Yeah.
And we've been. This is Forest Park is a tree city, and we take it very serious, and we try and do the best we can to maintain our trees and maintain our urban trees here in the city of Forest Park. And so again, we've got Wright in our environmental department. We can talk a little bit about that as well. He has his reforesting Forest Park program coming up as well. And so if anybody's interested in planting a tree, the city of Forest Park will provide those trees. So give Wright a call in our environmental department. And that's ongoing registration. We've already have a lot of folks registering to get those trees. So again, that's another project to help beautify the city and the beautification committee and all the volunteers that do a great job in our city, and we couldn't thank them enough for helping out. So thank you for being here today. And
Appreciate it.
And it's a great program. Again, if you have any questions, you can give Megan a call in our building department, and she'll be glad to give you more information. And make sure you sign up by May 31st to make sure your house is judged and get those houses and those yards looking great the week of the 17th of June. Now's the opportunity to get that grass mowed, get those plants in the ground and get them ready so that they'll be fully blooming in June.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Megan.
Thank you. I appreciate
it.
it. Thank you.
Well, now that we've talked to Megan about the beautification contest, let's move on to a couple other things as well. Again, we talked about the Reforest Forest Park. Again, call Wright in our environmental department if you're interested in planting a tree. Our yard sale, the annual citywide yard sale, is also coming up. That's May 4th. That's coming up in a couple of weeks, but you can still register. We want you to register. That way you can get on the list, and we'll distribute the list of people who are participating. I think we've got over 80 folks so far, 80 addresses who are participating in our citywide yard sale. Get on the list. In order to get on the list, you need to register. So give our environmental department a call as well. Let's move on to some of our property maintenance codes as well. We talked about beautification. It's grass season again. The grass is growing. Don't forget to get out there and get that grass cut. 7 inches is the property maintenance code here in the city of Forest Park. It's been raining a lot, and our property maintenance guys are getting ready to go out and start putting out those yellow signs and reminding everybody to get that grass cut. So don't get the yellow sign. Get out there, get that grass cut by this weekend, and make sure that you comply with our grass cutting codes here in the city of Forest Park and maintain those yards in a proper manner. Now let's get a quick update on what's going on with our city council here in the city of Forest Park. Our next city council work session will be this coming Monday, April 22nd. It's at 6:30 right here in our administrative building. So come on out. It's free and open to the public. So if you're interested in what's going on at our work session, this is an opportunity for City Council to discuss items. There's no business being done at work sessions in terms of no actual votes, but it's an opportunity for discussion, open and candid discussion about some of the issues that are facing our community. Updates will be given by our Public Works Department on our digital sign. A lot of folks have been waiting for that. We've gone out for an RFP and we've got the responses. We're going to be talking about our options for our digital sign here right in front of City Hall. It's needed to be replaced, and we're in the process of getting that done. MSD rate changes. We're talking about the plans for MSD and what's going on with them and how they're going to be changing the way they do rates. And that's going to be really a discussion about what MSD is doing. Again, the Metropolitan Sewer District is not the city. They set the rates, and we can give our feedback to them, and we're going to give our feedback, and we've been giving our feedback to them directly. So this will be a discussion on that, an update on that process. Our SORTA grant application we're going to talk about that and get authority to apply for another SORTA grant. That's part of the levy money that is generated through the SORTA sales tax that was passed a few years back. I think it was issue 7, and the city has been a recipient of over $1 million in funds, and we're looking to actually put an application in to complete the rest of Kemper Road from Winton Road all the way down to Mill with some improvements there. So that'll be our application coming up. We're actually going to put in some other applications as well, but our primary application will be for Kemper Road here from Winton Road down toward Mill. We're also going to be talking about adult use marijuana. We'll be talking about that. There'll be a good discussion about how and if we're going to regulate that within the community and how that would work, and that'll be a nice discussion about adult use marijuana. We're also going to talk about a little bit about our upcoming tax town hall. We're going to try and finalize a date and a process to do that. We've been promising that. Again, we did the last one last year, and we're going to do another one upcoming sometime in the next couple of months. So we'll have more information about that as it comes out. And also a quick update on some of the projects that are going on at our Central Park here. We have 2 construction projects this summer. We have our multi-use pad. That'll be a fitness pad here in the city. It'll be a great place to do exercises, and we have our fitness in the park program, and that'll be a place where we're going to have that. So it'll be an opportunity to build a nice pad for the community. Kids and adults as well can use it. And we're also going to have our multi-purpose walking track as well. That'll be installed. So those 2 projects will be ongoing this summer. We hope to get them out before Labor Day. So hopefully everything will be completed shortly, and we'll get it all done. But those are the things you might see, the construction going on in the parks. That's what's happening there. Again, we'll get more information as those projects move forward. But these are some of the items that will be on the agenda for this upcoming work session. So we hope everyone has an opportunity to stop by and listen to the discussion. And again, no actions are taken at work sessions. It's an opportunity for our city council to get more in depth and discuss some of the items. Again, these are the items that will be on that agenda. And if you're interested, come on out and listen to the conversation. Finally, again, we talked last week about our roller rink event. We talked a little bit about it. We're moving the date to August, so keep an eye out for that. We'll get the date out there. We'll get more information about it. But it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a roller skating rink, temporary rink right here installed on our basketball courts right at Central Park. Again, more information to come on the dates and the times, but keep an eye out for it. If you want to be a part of that, you want to volunteer to help, we're always looking for volunteers. Give us a call here and we'll hook you up and make you a part of this event. Again, keep an eye out for that information, that date. We'll finalize the date and the times, more information to follow. Again, a good place to get that information, though, is our Facebook page. Make sure you follow us on our Facebook page. Follow us on our website. We're getting ready to launch a new website, so that'll have a new look as well. And sign up for our e-newsletters. Those come out every 2 weeks. Those are all great sources of information, but I want to remind everyone, again, I want to thank everyone. This podcast is a way to communicate to the public, and we use it to get current information out to the public on a timely basis and things that are going on. We have heard some feedback, and we want to make sure everyone understands that we do listen to that feedback about giving more detail on projects such as the mall project, some of the housing projects and the developments that are going on here in the city. More information about that. We try and keep this podcast a little short so that people will watch it. We don't want it to get too long. It's a little longer today because we had a guest and we wanted to give her some time to talk about the beautification committee. But again, this podcast is normally 3 to 5 minutes, and we try and just hit all the highlights of things that are going on. But we will do a longer show. It'll be more of a specific show for development and things that are going on in the city. And we're hiring a new economic development director, and we'll be talking about him as well. And hopefully we'll be able to get a show out very quickly here, talk about some of the projects and update some of those in a more in-depth conversation. That show might last a lot longer, probably half an hour to an hour. And but we don't want to let everyone know that we're listening, and we want to get that information out. But this podcast is really designed to hit the high level, the highlights, and but we'll be getting that information out in a longer show here over the next couple weeks. So look forward for that, and we'll let you know when it's out there. And we want to thank Waycross Media, again, for helping us with this podcast and filming it, helping us with our city council meetings as well, and filming all of the city events. And it's a great partnership, and we really appreciate everything they do for us. But also, they'll be helping us with our longer show as well as we get more information out there. A lot of our departments also have longer information. They have shows that are out there. Particularly Wright Gwen with our environmental department does a lot of shows, again, with Waycross Media, our fire department as well. So we use them for a lot of longer, more in-depth discussions about some of the programs that are going on here. And we'll get a more in-depth discussion about some of the things that were pointed out and some of the feedback that we received. So look forward for that. But again, keep watching this. We'll try and keep them short and sweet and get as much information as we can, the most current, the most timely information and things that people might want to know about. But again, if there's something you really want to know about, let us know, and we'll try and hit it. And if we can't hit it with this podcast, we'll do a longer show about it. So again, thanks for watching. Stay in touch, and we'll talk to you next week.